There are people that you meet along the way that are a little blip on the radar screen, and then there are people that are part of your life, chapter after chapter. And this gentleman is just that. He, of course, is family. He's from Beaver County. He's the longtime head coach of the Geneva College Golden Tornadoes. He joins me now in the Metropolitan Window video screen. You can see this interview stream live and hear it as well by going to kdkradio.com and clicking on KDK Watch. So, Coach DeMarco, before you get started, let me get everybody caught up here. Geno DeMarco, the longest-serving head football coach in Geneva College history, will lead the Geneva Golden Tornadoes through his final season at the helm in 2025. His 33rd campaign, DeMarco enters the 2025 season with a school record of 167 victories. He will be stepping down at the end of the season and will continue to serve the college and the football program in an assistant role. DeMarco has been on the sidelines as Geneva's head coach since the fall of 1993, which makes him the longest active tenured coach in the NCAA Division III and tied for the longest active tenure head coach at any level of the NCAA. In 2003, DeMarco surpassed his predecessor, Gene Sullivan, for the longest tenured coach in Geneva's football history, which started way back in 1890. Geno, it's great seeing you. I know the last couple of days have been a little bit tenuous at times, but you made it. It's here. Now, my question is, why now this decision? Good evening.
Thanks, Rob, for putting me on. And it's great to be able to talk with a fellow New Brightener. The reason that the decision was made at this time was I felt that it would be appropriate for the upcoming season, and so that this distraction can be put aside and we can focus on what appears to be a very good football team coming in with the recruiting class that we put together and also with the returning guys that we had. So that's why now.
So this is my question to you, and I have a special place in my heart for you because of our longtime friendship. But one thing about me, I've learned the older you get in this business, you're better off just telling it the way it is and letting the audience make up their mind. Look, no scholarships, NIL money is not really pouring into College Hill as we speak. You could have went anywhere, you could have done whatever you wanted to do, but College Hill, Beaver Falls, Geneva College is where you have chosen to stay. Faith-based is a lot of the reason why. But just the state of college football, and especially schools like Geneva, it's really tough to get the athletes and to win year in and year out. What do you think the future holds for great schools like Geneva, who are faith-based? But let's face it, you're competitive, I'm competitive. We want to win some of those games.
Well, Rob, first of all, I've been a blessed man. I've been able to raise a family. My wife and I, are from this area. To grow up and to be able to be part of the Pittsburgh region for so long and going into so many households and being able to recruit young men for more than just football. And having four daughters and being able to be blessed with having four son-in-laws that either played or coached with me. I'm just a blessed man, just grateful for everything. And I have seen a lot of changes take place in college football over the last 3.5 decades. I mean, there's no doubt about it. By far, though, this is a time of the greatest change. And it is going to affect schools in different ways. And I'm not going to sit here and project what's going to happen at some other schools and what they do and what other schools don't do. But yeah, Rob, you're right. You're straight on. The NIL is going to have an effect on every level.
They don't know who the next coach will be. That has not been announced, correct?
Oh, that's correct. Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure the audience knew that. Now, just some other things. Let's talk about that beautiful campus, the great education, where family members have gone and graduated. And I must tell you, some of my friends who have gone there have gone on to do incredible things. So just for one moment, let's step out of that football field mode and talk about what's happening in the classrooms and that faith-based education that you get at Geneva College.
Yeah, it's a special place. We're a Christian school. Not every player that we have in our locker room, is committed to Christ. And I think that became our biggest mission field over the years. But during the time that we were recruiting young men and continue to do so, it's about what's going on in the classroom and the total experience of understanding uh, different subjects, different courses from a Christian worldview. And what it did is it gave me a purpose when I needed one when I was younger. So the experience that I had in transferring back to Geneva College changed my life completely and has changed my whole family. Uh, so it's nothing that I sell. It's just something we've experienced. And those that have been here understand it is definitely a different place.
What's going through your mind tonight? You still have a year ahead of you, but still, it's got to be a different night for you, especially this time of year when it's been all in, not just about what's going to happen in a few months when the season starts, but what's going to happen the season after that. And I know coaches live in the moment, but you had so much looking forward as opposed to looking in the rearview mirror. What's your thought process right now as you're talking to me and realizing hours ago you made this major announcement?
It's just a little surreal. It really is. It's, you don't stay in a place for so long without having some sort of response emotionally. But let's call it what it is. I think when things like this happen, when you leave college football as the most tenured coach in the entire nation, it just speaks of the fact that there's a beginning and an end to something. And, we've had two head coaches since 1975.
It's amazing.
Hopefully the baton is going to be passed, and I'm sure the next person is going to share the same Geneva values. But quite frankly, my biggest concern right now is for the players that we have and for this season and their families. And the fact that, I get an opportunity to be around, after this year for next season and just help it in any way I can for the college and definitely for the football program.
I must tell you, you've really helped me a lot through my career and journey as well, as has that place of solitude that is Geneva College. I say this all the time. If you ever just need to decompress and get a handle on the good that's happening in the world, spend a day in the fall or any season when they are in session at Geneva College. It really is a special place. It's surreal, too, in a way, when you go there, because so many headlines and things we read about and talk about are so negative that there are some places that actually still do get it and make it work, like Geneva College, Coach.
Well, I mean, you have a combination of getting an outstanding education that's faith based, and it's just values that we've had as Americans for so many years that we still hold on to, and things that, quite frankly, help a young guy become a man, and that may happen while they're here on campus. It may happen, 5 years down the road, but it certainly had its effect on me. And the text that I'm getting from players on how this place absolutely changed their life that's the eternal reward. But Rob, the bottom line is just the announcement today really puts it in focus that there's a beginning and an end to everything that we do. And I'm excited for this upcoming season. We've made some changes, and I'm really happy for the kids that we have and the staff that I get to work with.
Well, let me just tell you, you realize you're getting older. I mean, you see it every day in the mirror. I know I do. But I was recently watching your childhood buddy, Terry Francona, talk about the death of Dave Parker, who we loved as a player growing up in New Brighton. And looking at him and looking at you, I still see young men who love what they do, even though chronologically we're not so young anymore. You still love football, do you not?
Well, I mean, yes, absolutely. There's still something left in the tank, and that's why, when I talked with the administration about this and this came about, and I'm grateful that I'm still going to be able to do something that I absolutely love, and I love the game of football. I don't love it as much as I love the Lord or as much as I love my family, and those are priorities that, when you talk about our God, our family, and the Golden Tornadoes, I mean, every coach back in our era talked about those priorities in that way. I mean, Vince Lombardi talked about it. So it's just, it holds true. It's a recipe for success, and however you want to define it.
God bless. Thank you for letting me be a part of your journey on and off the field, and they don't come much better. Who would have ever thought one of my first jobs was hosting on radio the Gene Sullivan Show, and then all these years later through our television and radio and podcasting, and you back on KDK tonight with this incredible thing that is this Zoom call. We've seen a lot, have we not, Coach? And we've been through a lot.
Well, I mean, experience is great, and it's a great teacher if you learn from it. And even the bad experiences we've had. I mean, it comes down to what have we learned, and that's the great thing about education, and that's the great thing about the being able to coach football at a place that understands the process of improvement, and that's what we do. So I'm looking on how I can become a better coach through this, and we had a great meeting today with our current players. They're bought in. They understand the continuity that's going to occur. The staff is going to be retained. So it really is the same thing that happened when I became the head coach back in 1993. And Rob, within 5 years, we were number one in the country. So, sometimes you got to look back to find out what you want to do in the future. And obviously sometimes you got to just say goodbye to things and move on to change. And, that's life.
Well, I'll say this to you. Those bad times may have been you losing some football games, but through that, I've seen you persevere, and it's helped me in my own life get over some hurdles too. So just know God works in mysterious ways, but so does our friendship. You've helped me a lot, and I'm grateful and blessed to know you. And it's not goodbye. It's just so long for now.
It's not goodbye. I'm not going anywhere. I mean, that's the thing.
I know
I'm just
where
gonna,
you live.
I just wanted to get this out of the way. I don't want any distractions during the season about it, because the kids that I'm coaching don't deserve that distraction. And that's why this thing was announced now, so that, when August 8th, 11th comes around, it's just going to be football and teaching them how to become men and using the Bible as the example. That's the recipe for success.
I'll see you up on College Hill. Have a great night. Enjoy your fourth.
Well, I expect you to drop in every week like you do. It shouldn't change.
Don't give me more to do. Anyway.
Oh no, you'll be up at every week. You're going to stop in. I mean,
man,
there's no doubt.
From our favorite movie, every time I try to get out, they pull me right back in. I love you, brother.
Well, I love you, Rob. Thank you, and I want to gratefully thank you for being able to put me on a really a monumental day, and for my family and for all the former players and coaches that have been part of this thing. I just happen to be the ugly face of Geneva football for 33 years. There's so many other people that work so hard to make it go. But, and you're one of them, Rob. You really are. And I appreciate you. Thanks.
Right back at you. We'll be back.